Well, I was born in Hopkins Village. Um, I was there until about when I was 5 years old.
Mhm.
Um, no, almost six. When I was six, I came to live in Dangria, and then I've been here since. I did Infant One at Holy Family RC in Hopkins. Infant Two to Standard Six, the Great Holy Ghost School.
Oh yeah, all the way.
Like what say
Yeah,
here
yeah.
in beautiful Dangria. I always had a passion for culture in primary school. I was a part of the dance group. High school, the same thing, cultural clubs. And while in high school, in terms of speaking and reading Garifuna, I mean, in terms of reading and writing Garifuna, in high school, when I was 14 years old, I the the Garifuna committee asked my dad's permission for me to be a contestant in Miss Garifuna Belize pageant.
Mhm.
So, well, in those days, your parents make the decisions that you fall in, right? So my dad said, okay, but I was living in Dangriga, but they wanted me for Miss Hopkins. So
Mhm.
uh, I went to practice in Hopkins with my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, Mrs. Marcella Lewis, was also an advocate in Garifuna Dole. And she was the first one who taught me how to read what she had written, read Garifuna. So I
Mhm.
started training Garifuna. It's an online school that I call it. And so I've been teaching Garifuna from that. And I've also gotten involved with the Eurome project with an aim, which main aim is to preserve the Garifuna language. And we've been able, year before, to go to Eurome, our mama land,
Mhm.
for the entire month of July to teach Garifuna to our brothers and sisters there. That was
Wow.
awesome. Awesome. You
Mhm.
know,
And when did that start?
so that started about 2 years ago.
Okay.
We didn't go last year, and we won't go this year either.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's an expensive venture. And then the National Garifuna Council and the Battle of the Drum Secretariat joined forces and formed the Garifuna Language Commission. And then I was asked to chair that, but I said no, I won't chair. I can co-chair. So
Mhm.
they agreed to that, and then so I am co-chair with Dr. Alberita Enriquez.
Mhm.
Both of us are co-chair of that commission, and we have been able since last year, the Youth Commission, to come up with a curriculum to teach Garifuna in 8 schools. We have we have those 8 pilots, and then we have others who we call soft rollout.
Okay.
We give them this support, and so they won't go into Garifuna in depth like those main schools that we're piloting the curriculum in.
Mhm. So soft schools are like almost like
We have Holy
introductory
Ghost.
courses.
Yes, so we have Holy Ghost. We have Sigurd Heart here in Dangriga. So I'll be working along with those. So we have been able to put a document together with phrases in Garifuna and English.
Mhm.
All that you can think about the instruction that you give at school. Raise your hand, sit, may I go to the restroom, the manners,
Mhm.
we have a whole uh, cadre of topics, the weather, and we've been able to create jingles. I've created some. My sister from school has also, Doris Sabal, she has also created some. We have some from the late Mr. Clifford Palacio. He translated some of the English jingles, and then the great one and only, my brother from another mother, James Lovell, that
Mhm.
great artist who I admire so much. He came to Belize and then he taught us. And so some I learned from my daughter. She was in the summer training with him. I
Mhm.
told her to go and join. And then she came and then she taught me. So I'd be teaching those around like good morning.
Mhm.
Bidi binafi, ida biya binafile, magadietina uwadigati, ida biya again. Right?
Oh.
Yes. And I've also been able to create games to teach Garifuna. I have one Iyawl, then I have one numero to learn
Mhm.
numbers.
Mhm.
So this is our final, I mean not final, latest publication. So
Oh, I
this is
like the cover. Look at that.
yes.
I
So
like
she
the
did
cover.
that.
Mhm.
And she's
Beautiful.
Gari-On Gonzalez.
Oh.
She's a teacher at Armenia preschool.
Mhm.
And so this book teaches you the numbers in Garifuna, how to say
Mhm.
the numbers in Garifuna. And it's also a coloring book.
Mhm.
So color different things and there are
Oh,
different sections.
cool.
Yeah.
Mhm. I like
And
that.
each section has its own instruction to learn one.
Mhm.
These are a lot that the Garifuna implements. As I pick up some books and I really have a hard time. There's no
Mhm.
structure to the writing. I don't know what they're trying to say. If I don't see the English, then I figure, oh, this is what they're trying to say. But I think the standardization. Well, I'm from the school of Roy Cayetano,
Mhm.
right? In terms of the grammatical and formal writing, because his way makes sense to me because I
Mhm.
see structure, there are rules, and I believe that's the way to go because it doesn't matter where you are, you pick it up once you understand the rule, you know what you're
Mhm.
reading and how you're
Right.
going to repeat. Yes.
Right.
Now, in Hopkins, we were immersed um, in everything, guys. People who came to the community, they learned the language, they adapted to us,
Mhm.
right? But now people adapting to whosoever comes. So that's the language is being sacrificed in that way. And when I moved to Dangriga, I realized that a lot of my schoolmates, they were not fluent in Garifuna, although they
Mhm.
were Garinagu, right? So that generation started right there. Um, but in my home, I was not allowed to speak Garifuna to my aunt and my uncle. And I see that as a blessing now. After I learned Creole, I would want to speak Creole like everybody else. They said, no, you have to learn the Creole. We don't speak it here, not to us. And so that helped me to continue to speak my language. Whereas a lot of my friends, they understand, but they don't speak because they
Mhm.
were not forced to answer back.
Mhm.
I think that's one of the challenges and that's the key to sustain it.